Kevin Du Toit, it's a pleasure.
Oh, thank you, Cole. I'm so happy I have Mr. Cole Riley with me. I've known Cole for many, 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 many years.
Yes.
Uh, he is a master recruiter. He's
Thank you,
trained
Kevin.
in the art form of recruiting. Thank you, Cole. Um, and what I'm really enjoying about this episode is, Cole, I want you to just briefly give us a history on your background of how you
Hmm.
got into recruiting. Okay, that's the first part of this conversation. The second
Okay.
part is, what are you doing right now? You know, where are you in your life and your world and your dimension? And then to
Hmm.
the conclusion, to end it off, where are you going? What's the future for Cole Riley?
Okay. Yeah, I like that.
The
Let's
stage is
get right
all
into
yours,
it.
my friend.
All right. So again, yeah, my name's Cole Riley. I am an executive recruiter now for a company called JobBot. We are a startup based in Irvine, primarily strong in IT recruiting, some construction recruiting, etc. Background on myself: started in real estate recruiting. Started at Keller Williams. Was recruiting out of there, helping build offices. Newport Beach, Long Beach. Helped launch a Costa Mesa branch. Um, During that time, was offered an opportunity for a large tech recruiting, in essence, headhunting firm. Um, Decided to kind of take that leap of faith and see what would happen. I took it, went over there for almost 2 years, um, prior to now my newest opportunity, where, as I mentioned, JobBot. Come on over here last May 29th. So I'm coming up on a year actually in about 2 weeks. And it's been great. It's a great startup. We have a lot of opportunity. We have a lot of AI platforms that not a lot of other people are using, and it really gives us that competitive advantage in what we're doing day to day.
I love that, Cole. So, Cole, the reason I'm kind of like I'm like a kid in a candy store right now is because I've been in your shoes before. In a sense, I still am in your shoes. You know, I'm recruiting people to not come into my show, my channel. But I
Right.
do remember, I don't believe maybe we've ever crossed paths in the recruiting world where we trying to recruit the same agent.
Right.
And
I
if
don't
we
know if
did,
that ever
it was
crossed.
a challenge, man.
It's always good. It's always good to have a little bit of fun competition.
Oh, absolutely. Well, I just get excited because I know you well and I know your techniques and your styles. And me and you have
Mhm.
both been trained in the art form of recruiting because that is
Right.
one thing about Keller Williams. And I will give this credit to Keller Williams. They know how to recruit. They have mastered recruiting, right? Cole, I mean, give me some takeaways from your recruiting days because you're young and you got in young and you've worked with CEOs, you've run teams. Am I right? You've run recruiting teams, right?
Correct.
Okay,
Correct. I
get
have
the
run
background about that.
teams, opened up real estate offices, all that fun stuff.
At what age? How old are
My
you right
big
now,
takeaway
Cole?
is it? What was that?
How old are you right now?
I'm 31. I'll be 32 next Saturday, May
Wow,
23rd. Yeah.
young, young, young.
So, um, biggest takeaway. I mean, when you're recruiting, you can't look at it like just a number. A person is just a number. Whether it's real estate recruiting or the type of recruiting I'm doing now, full desk headhunting, as they like to call it. The biggest thing is you got to provide everyone value. I mean, it is in essence sales. I mean, we have to provide them a value and show them why it's more of a benefit in essence to their business, to their daily life, to their personal life. Why making a switch would be, more opportunistic in that way. And it's not just selling them on the idea. I mean, you have to prove the idea. You have to show the idea. You have to give that value proposition. You have to give these mission statements and show them, you know, what the world that could be out there after they take this opportunity and what could really flourish from there. So you got to really kind of, get on a personal level with these people and understand what it is they're looking for. If I'm looking as a real estate agent just to get into a company brand new, I'm going to be getting hit up by 100 people. But if 100 people can't show me value as a new agent, how am I going to know where to go? My big takeaway from Keller Williams was we had our, mission statements. We had our, gosh, it's blanking my mind now. The YC
Uh,
422s. We
yeah,
had to provide these values. We had to show them why coming from, broker X or, you know, broker Y, why coming to Keller Williams was a big value proposition, why it's going to flourish their business, take it to that next level, go from a single agent to a team. Here, where I'm doing in IT recruiting, construction recruiting, it's very, very similar. My lead generation is not now geared towards real estate agents. It's geared towards big, tech companies, large construction firms. But it's just like sales. Every day I have to lead generate. And then once I start working with these companies and they start asking me, hey, we have these X amount of roles to be filled and we need this kind of person to fill this role. I'm not just going to start giving them people just because I'm saying, hey, I need you to hire someone because I need a paycheck. I need to find the right people that's going to take their business to the next level. And I also want to find people that are really looking to grow themselves. Is this company going to be the right fit for them? It may not be. They're always the right fit. So I can't just throw you into an opportunity just because it looks good on paper. If it's not a right fit for that person, I'm not going to tell them to take the job. I'm going to get a better payout, not just financially, but I'm also going to get a better payout in terms of my reputation, in terms of word of mouth, working with me, what it's like working with me. And to me, that's actually a larger payout than anything else. Because if I can keep that, then, sky's the limit on what I'm going to make. That's kind of the cherry on top. That's the caveat.
Right.
So, again, I think the biggest thing I took away from Keller Williams, learning from my mentors, everyone that, really kind of took me under their wing, is you got to provide value. If you can't show value, you're probably not doing your job correctly, and you're not knowledgeable to be doing it, and B, you just belong doing something else.
So Cole, people think recruiting is easy. It's not easy.
A lot of people do.
Exactly, and it is a full-time position. You cannot do it part-time. Anything part-time doesn't exist. You're not gonna. You won't even maybe make some small residual income, but that's not really the purpose.
Right.
And also, it's like recruiting. Everybody all of a sudden in the real estate world, EXP, KW, everything is just put bums in seats. That's not how it is.
Right.
To me, recruiting is finding the right people, not the select few, but the right people, and giving them the right direction, because maybe they aren't meant to be at that agency.
Correct. Exactly. Maybe just what we're doing, at Keller Williams, that happened a lot. There was a lot of agents that we wanted, but it just, what their direction was and what we were doing, it just didn't fit. And there was never no hard feelings. Some of those guys I'm still great friends with, but in a business sense, if it doesn't work, it just doesn't work, and you can't force that. That's going to ruin your reputation. So it's just about value. And again, like you said, sometimes it may not always be the perfect fit. And if it's not the perfect fit, you can't force a square peg into a round hole, right?
Right. Hey, Colin, have you ever fired anybody? Have you said, like, listen, man, let me show you where the front door is, because clearly this isn't the right fit for you?
Yes. I guess to be very blunt with that question, yes, I have. I
have. I've actually done it
more graciously, saying, hey, there is other opportunities that maybe it's best that you pursue, and not with us. It happens, and those are business decisions. Obviously, I've never had to do that with anyone I'm, I guess, personally connected to. Not like a really good friend or anything. So I'd have to say that would probably be a little bit more tough.
Right.
But it comes down to a business decision. And again, it just comes down to that right fit and that value. If you came to Keller Williams and you weren't seeing the value and you were just complaining to me as your team leader or the leader of the team you're working on, sometimes you just have to say, hey, maybe there's other opportunities you should be.
Right.
Also, not that right fit, then there's plenty of other opportunities that you can go see.
I want to get into this with you right now, Cole. So I'm getting a lot of recruiting engagement from EXP. I'm like on LinkedIn, text messages, Facebook, emails. Like, there's this amazing opportunity. Everything is an amazing opportunity, Cole, if you make it an amazing opportunity.
Correct.
So, and also, because I've been trained in the art of recruiting and I know it very well, Cole, I don't know your numbers. Maybe you can share them with me. I'll tell you my numbers. So me and Tony Fletcher in 2016 and 2017 combined together, we recruited 350 agents.
It's awesome.
In those 2 years. Because remember, the numbers don't lie. We know our numbers. That's how we track it through our trend reports.
Right.
Now I have a lot of agents.
I remember those very well.
Yeah, exactly. Now we have agents who think they can recruit. Nothing against it. I want you to give us some advice. I want you to give the agents advice on recruiting, because it's not selling a home. This isn't buying selling or investing in real estate. This is recruiting is another avenue of business. Yes, it can be streaming revenue like EXP offers revenue share, Keller Williams offers profit share. I know other companies now out there are starting to offer these other revenue sources. But if I'm an agent, Cole, and I'm looking at you, give me like a script now, give me some coaching right now on how I could recruit an agent from another agency to join my agency, because there's a benefit for me and a benefit for them.
Again, would you like a script? I haven't done that one.
Yeah. Role play with me. Hey, Cole, I'm not putting you on the spot. This is all organic and natural. I want you to feel, honestly, this is Blooper Central. Just feel free and normal. As long as the show is as real as possible, Cole, the better.
Okay, so we'll just use very standardized broker X, broker Y. So anyway, ring ring. I'm giving you a call. You're the agent.
Yes, hello.
Hi, Kevin. How's it going? This is Cole Riley. I'm the team leader, managing broker over here at Broker X over in Costa Mesa. How are you doing today?
Good, thank you. What's up, Cole?
Hey, Kevin. I know you're a busy guy. I can tell just by the numbers I have right here in front of my computer. I just need a couple minutes of your time. I know you're over at Broker Y right now. I see you're doing a lot of great things over there. It looks like you really are ready to take your business to that next level.
I'm busy right now, Cole. Can you call me back another time?
Hey, Kevin, I can definitely do that, but why don't we just do this? Instead of calling you back and explaining this, how about we just set something? It's about 20, 30 minutes of your time. I know you're a busy guy, but you don't like to miss opportunities, right? So if we just sit down for 20, 30 minutes, hey, I'll show you what we're doing over here at Broker X. I'll show you how we can help benefit your business. I'll even have a little gift for you. You can kind of just see a little bit more insight behind the scenes of what we're doing. If after that, you tell me, hey, may not be the right fit right now, we can definitely just keep that line of communication open. But let's just sit down 30 minutes. I have availability tomorrow, the 15th, 10 a.m. You available?
I'm not available tomorrow at 10 a.m.
10 a.m.? All right, well then let's take 10:30.
Okay, excellent. Thank you, Cole.
All right, 10:30, great. Hey, Kevin, I have your email here. Mr. du-twa legend at brokery.com. Is that correct?
That's right.
All right, great. I'm going to send you that calendar invite right now. It'll have our address. It'll have everything. You'll be greeted by our front desk. And then I look forward to meeting with you tomorrow at 10:30 a.m.
Boom. Thank you. Cheers. Okay, now Cole. Now I've come and I'm meeting you face to face at the agency. Okay. And we've done this so many times. Now, I'm an A player. I'm not on the bench. I'm not on the B team. I'm on the A team, and I have my own team. Especially high-profile agents. They're like celebrities. They kind of carry their own brand. Doesn't matter which brokerage they work for. They carry their own brand. The brokerage doesn't make the agent. The agent makes themselves. You know what I mean?
Right.
Let's be really real here. A brokerage doesn't make me. This makes me. What's up in here?
Right.
I wonder. So let's go through that process quickly. Let's go through a quick pitch. Hey, Cole, how you doing?
Doing well. How you doing, Kevin?
Amazing, thank you. I like the office, Cole. It's very fancy. It's nice. I like Newport Beach.
Great. Hey, it's beautiful. Beautiful, right? Sunny every day.
Yep.
Sunny Southern California, right? So again, I do appreciate you coming and sitting down with me. Look, Kevin, I'm going to be direct to the point here. I see you're doing a lot in your business, right? I mean, it's you have a few people working for you. But it looks like, after meeting with you and talking with you, it looks like you guys are all kind of running your own show within your team, right? No one's really a specific role. No one's being really delegated a specific task. Am I correct there?
No, you are correct. I'm lacking kind of the business sense, logistics of actually running a business. I'm making money.
Right,
I'm making good money. I'm missing that point. So this is business, Cole. So yeah, I'm lacking in that area. Absolutely.
Right. No, I completely understand. A really good friend of mine actually has told me before, do what you do best and delegate the rest. You as a top producer, your goal, what we need you to be doing is in front of clients, in front of them, getting these listings, getting these buyers, getting these people. But we don't need you phone calling doing that. That's not your job, right? So what I'm going to do is propose to you is I'm going to break down this org chart. Okay. Your first hire right now after you is going to be someone to manage your database. It's pretty much an EA, an executive assistant. Someone to start kind of handling your database, managing your buyers, your sellers, kind of giving all of that a little bit more organized. Hey, I mean, you and I were high Ds, our minds racing a million miles a minute. A detailed piece of paper, I mean, it's off the table, right? I think you want, you
I
need
don't
someone to
need
hire
fine
for
print,
that. So we
Cole.
have the resources, we have the
Right.
tests, we have the proper channels to be able to find those people and get that right person to fit to your team. From there, we're going to start building it out. Do you like driving buyers around? Because I don't.
Not really, no. I
Right.
like closing. It's the menial. It's all the
Yes, that's your job, the closer.
development work. Yeah.
That's your job, the closer. So then we're going to start hiring some people for you. You know, maybe some new agents, people who have a couple deals under the belt, who understand the game, but really need to kind of get that production under them. We're going to start hiring, you know, get you a couple people.
And you can help me with that.
Database of buyers.
You can help me. You can help me build my team.
I'm going to help you with all this, Kevin. Yes, I will personally be in all these interviews with you. Okay. So once we get those, you know, the sky's the limit from there. The whole goal is to be a full functioning, oiled, well-running business, to where the only thing you're doing is checking in on your team, ensuring that business is flowing, listings are coming in, buyers are being closed, there's no issues when it's coming to loans being funded. We'll also find those lenders for you to be pretty much exclusive with your team. So, Kevin, based off of everything we talked about, based on the offer I've given you, when would you like to get started with us? You there?
I am.
Sorry, I kind of cut out there.
I'm watching. I'm loving it, man. Cole, you haven't lost it. You haven't lost it at all. You're born and bred to crunch it, my friend, and crush it. That's just amazing. You know what?
I appreciate that.
No, I do. I love it. I love to see experts what they're good at, and you're good at closing, recruiting. That is. So Cole, you know what? At my previous brokerage, I just did deals. I really want to build a team. Well, what do you know about team building? Because you're a recruiter and I'm in real estate. How are you going to help me there, Cole?
It's about finding the right people that match your culture and your fit and what you're looking for in your team. You know, I'm not going to go find you someone who isn't necessarily culture fit. I mean, we're going to interview these people. We're going to bring them on in. We're going to meet them. You're going to speak with them. I'm going to speak with them. We're going to have our own round of questioning. But when it comes down to it, it's going to be a culture fit, and it's going to be what kind of experience are they looking for? Is this someone who's going to be able to take your business in a positive trajectory, or is this going to be someone who's just going to kind of keep you at that level of just, you know, playing, or in real estate, as you know, up and down the roller coaster?
Yeah.
So, you know, you need someone to keep you on that rising trajectory, not someone who's just going to kind of keep you flat. Again, the way we do that is we have our DISC profiles. We have all of our, very similar behavioral assessments, personality assessments, background check assessments, ways to find out, what is this person, really seeking? What kind of culture is this person? Is this someone who's going to bring value to your team or not?
Right. And Cole, what do you have? Do I have to have my own third-party tools to run my business, or do you have applications and tools and systems to help me run my business?
We have tools. We have all the systems. We will provide all that to you. Being that you're a large producer, hey, I mean, if you have other avenues that you're already using, I'm not going to discourage you from that. But at the moment, I mean, we have everything you could use. So there's really no need to be having to pay out of pocket for all these other avenues. We're going to save a little extra money into your pocket and give you a little bit more extra business. So in reality, you're actually making more money.
I love it, Cole. Well done. I love it, Cole. Well done. But you haven't lost it at all. I'm sure there are some team leaders see us watching this. They want to have Cole come with them. It's too late because now you're with a technology company, right? Do construction.
I am with a startup. Well, very, very fast, rapidly growing startup. Again, we're called JobBot. We actually just made Inc. Magazine's list of top companies to work for 2020. So
wow,
go ahead and check us out, jobbot.com.
It's so interesting how technology advances everything. It really is. It is that vertical, kind of exponential growth. Cole, Cole, I mean, what made you go into that avenue compared to staying in real estate? Maybe going to a company like EXP or the new guys that are coming on. I see some Owning as a new company. I see Newport Beach. What's your take on that, Cole? Because you're so good at what you do. So you're still in recruiting. So you still, it's the same craft, just different industry.
Same craft, different industry. I'm more of a middleman now than I am actually the direct hiring person, I guess you could say.
Okay.
It was, I'll tell you this, it was definitely a difficult decision. it was just something that kind of, I felt maybe at the time I needed a, you know, a little bit of a change, explore other opportunities. And it kind of happened to fall into my lap.
Yeah, absolutely. And are you finding the tech industry is different to the real estate industry, or is there a merge?
To be honest, actually a big merge right now. You know, a lot of tech companies we're working with are developing software for real estate agents, for, you know, development firms, brokers, lenders, etc. So there's actually a really big correlation between the two right now, being
Okay,
that, you know, real estate as a whole is moving towards the tech world.
yeah.
Guys, as you know, an agent yourself, coming, you know, us coming from, you know, brokerages such as Keller Williams and, you know, et cetera. I mean, you're competing against the Purple Bricks and the Redfins and all these companies that are not brick and mortar anymore, you know? And I mean, even EXP, who isn't brick and mortar, I mean, they're still, you know, these are live agents. These aren't people that are, you know, just in a call center getting a phone picked up and then they're just, you know, sending somebody out, you know. EXP, Keller Williams, I mean, these are all companies these are live agents. And these, you know, the Zillows of the world, I don't know if Trulia is still around. I haven't seen it in a little while.
Zillow bought Trulia a couple of years ago, Cole.
That's what I thought. I remember hearing that. So, you know, the Zillows of the world, you have your realtor.coms. I mean, you have all these other platforms that's kind of cutting out that real estate agent, cutting that person out. You know, so these big companies, the EXPs, the Keller Williams, I mean, even the companies that have been around, the Coldwells, the C21s, you know, all these brokerages that offer what they can offer, you know, they're really starting to see that, wow, we got to transition everything to tech platforms, applications, you know, I mean,
fast.
I was in real estate and they were even changing the super key, you know, over to digital on your phone. Right. So, I mean, the real estate world is really seeing and noticing that, I mean, our world is becoming technologically adapt, you know, I guess would be the right word. It's really the best, you know, that's the only way you can get, you know, business done. I mean, if you don't have a computer, you're not on your phone 24/7 as a real estate agent. I mean, you're dead in the water before day one. So I think, you know, there's a big correlation right now just with IT and the tech world merging with real estate, just because real estate is turning into a tech consumed industry.
So let me ask you this, Cole. Do you remember one tough recruiting session you had in your real estate days of closing somebody that like just, it was impossible, but then you saw the turning point and you just closed it? Do you remember? Can you give us like a moment in time that happened?
Wow, because we have a lot of those. We had a lot.
I know you have a lot. I was gonna ask you for three.
I mean, I think one that probably particularly stands out was my very first capper I hired when I was in Newport Beach. You know, we're not going to leave, you know, say any names or anything, because as far as I'm aware, he's no longer with Keller Williams. However, he came from, I believe it was either Remax or C21. He came from another brokerage, you know, who had a very similar structure as Keller Williams, you know, very, very low on the fees in terms of the agent paying, et cetera. I mean, they were giving him the world and plus some.
Right.
But he was disorganized, very, very disorganized. I mean, that I think would be the number one thing I saw in top producing agents was disorganization. I mean, you have the big.
They don't follow up. They don't follow through. Hey, listen, I'm
no, they don't know how. I mean, and again, it's that sales mentality. We're not detail oriented people. It is what it is. You know, I mean, I'll sit here and admit it. Like I said, you hand me a piece of paper with detailed information, I'm throwing it in the trash. I can't read that. My mind works too fast.
Yeah.
So do these big top producers. So I had to really get him to see the value of, look, I know you, and it was kind of a control complex, you know. Some of these big producers have that control complex. They want to be in control of everything. I want to know where my buyers are. I want to know what's going on. But their mindset, their mind mentality, how it works, doesn't run that way.
It's too scattered.
Yeah, it's two separate roads that they're trying to be on at the same time. It doesn't work, you know. So I really had to show him the value. I mean, I think I had him come to numerous team building classes.
Wow.
I mean, I was sitting down with him, literally going through MREA page by page, through the org chart with him, really delving into showing him, like, look, you need to loosen up your control and start trusting people under you and delegating these certain things, so you can take your whatever the number of listings that you had and double that, because we want you in front of the people
and have a success formula, not just all over the place. Have something you can monetize and control and massage.
Right, exactly. I mean, you have a formula for success, and every day you're following it, and it starts from getting the right people on your team to then getting them all on a schedule and being yourself on a schedule, and sticking to that schedule. And then again, a lot of big producers, a lot of big time people like that, have a little bit of control. They like having that control, knowing that this is mine. I built this. This is mine, and that's great and all. And we want them to feel empowered like that. But as a leader, you can't say this is mine and I want to be in control. As a leader, you have to let your team flourish too, and trust that what they're doing and they're doing their jobs correctly is going to build your business as a whole. So that was, I think, one of the hardest ones, because he was a single agent doing like 30 mil by himself. Yeah, so it was, how are you doing this? And he's just all over the place. So we were able to get him, able to start building his team. And like I said, that was my first one I had gotten over. So that one always stuck out in my mind, just because it was like, my first one has to be this different.
Right, exactly. When you close the first deal, it seems to open up the floodgates. It's always about closing that first deal. Then everything else falls into place.
Yeah, definitely. It's like anything. I come from a, kind of a boxing background and stuff, as I used to box and train and stuff. As a fighter, you go out in the first round and you get your butt kicked, you are deflated. You've lost all your confidence. But the other fighter who's kicking your butt is definitely, confidence is up. Every time he comes out, that punch is just even a little bit more sharper. You can tell he's just gaining that confidence. And that's what it's like getting that first deal. Like if you lose that first deal, you just feel, oh my God, I feel so deflated. Like I put so much time and effort in it. But when you do finally get it, it's like, wow, like I can do this. My confidence is up. I can handle any objection that comes at me. And then of course, obviously things will happen. And then you realize like, oh man, this does suck. Things do stink. But hey, it's all in the end. It's just, when you get that deal, it builds that confidence. You start, and you learn from the mistakes, from prior to that. And that's why it's such a rewarding feeling to get that first deal, because you've made the mistakes.
Right.
How am I going to get this deal? Am I going to get it? When you finally get it and you've learned from those mistakes, yeah, it's a very empowering feeling.
So Cole, we have to end it here. I want to ask you one last thing. What advice can you give to agents that are trying to recruit somebody into their downline or into their agency for reasons of revenue share, profit share, or just opportunity? What's the one thing that they're doing wrong, and then what are they doing right that you can see?
So one thing I saw that we always told our agents don't do, and sometimes it's just, obviously you can't control their conversations if they're not right in front of you. But I think the one big thing you can't do is knock the competitor in which you're trying to pull that person from. I didn't ever badmouth my competition, Coldwell Banker, C21, Remax. When EXP started coming out, we weren't badmouthing them. They all have great business models. Obviously, they've been in business for a long time. They know how to get agents to be successful.
Correct, yeah.
So I think that's the big part, is don't badmouth or knock the other company or the competition. It's just, hey, it's always been a pleasure working with you. What we always, we gave them the closing script. After you close a deal with them, just, hey, it's been a pleasure really working with you. It sounds like you guys are really doing a lot of great stuff over there. We like people that are like to have smooth transactions, and you look like a culture fit for Keller Williams. I have your business card. Is it okay if my team leader, Cole Riley, gives you a call and just, you could just hear him out about what we're doing over here? It's not forcing them. It's not making them feel pressured. It's not making them even feel like, oh, this person thinks like my brokerage sucks and that I'm going to get more out of there. It's just a very like, okay, it's more of a fluid relationship build.
So what you're saying is, because I know what you're saying is, the agent shouldn't sell their brokerage or their business. You sell it. The CEO, the team leader should be the closer, not the agent.
And it's not selling; it's providing and showing the value. Remember.
Got it. Thank you, Cole.
But also, we always said refer, don't recruit to the agents. Don't recruit. Don't badmouth the company. Don't try and start pitching what we offer. Don't try and pitch profit share, because if you don't know what you're talking about and then they come to me and I explain it and they think that it was completely different, I've already lost it. All you got to do is refer. Just say, hey, is it okay if my team leader or if my manager, my broker, whoever is, running your office, your market center, your brokerage, whoever is in charge of that, all you ask is, hey, is it okay if they give you a call? I'd love to just have them discuss and show you what we're doing and see if maybe it would be a fit for you culture wise and business wise. That's it. If they say no, just say, hey, I completely understand. I love to continue doing business with you. Maybe in the future, we'll have that opportunity. Now it's our job as the leaders, the people running our offices, to now really then bring that value, explain that, and put it down.
Well, what's the one positive thing that you can see an agent brings to your recruiting efforts, Cole?
A positive.
Besides being a lead.
Definitely when it's like a successful agent, it helps a lot.
Yeah.
Obviously, if they can say like, look, I've been working with Cole over here a couple of years, and they've done a lot to take my business. That alone, people will be like, okay, well, I just did a deal with you. You're a pretty, high producer.
Right.
Obviously, there's something going on. Obviously, you guys are doing something. It just really helps a lot in that sense. And again, a lot of times us as team leaders, we've sold houses here and there, but we were never big time producers. I mean, I don't think I ever really worked with.
That wasn't your forte. That's what you were in high.
That's exactly what I was brought in there to do. So that wasn't my forte. So to have these other people who are experienced in the business 10, 20 years to be able to refer these agents, I would even lean on my agents, those top producers, for advice. Hey, you know this person better than I do. You know their production. Even the deal, the details of a transaction more than I do. Like, give me a little bit of insight about this person. Give me a little bit of insight about what they're like in a transaction. What can I provide? What should I be focusing on when they start asking me about what are you going to do for my business? How do you guys handle transactions, escrows, lending, et cetera, et cetera?
That's
so always try and get some information like that out of the agent. But again, always tell them refer, don't recruit.
I love that. Hey, Cole, let's end it here. What's in the future for Cole?
Sky's the limit, right?
Wow,
I'm very, very happy where I'm at JobBot. We have a lot of great things going on. Like I said, we got named one of the top companies to work for in 2020. Our CEO over there is beyond amazing. She's just,
and you're a hustler, man.
For us and everything. What was that?
You're a hustler. You got some grit. So
yes, and
either way, you make it happen.
Where we're at. So sky's the limit. I plan on being here for a while and just growing with the company I'm at and seeing us become successful and hopefully taking that #1 spot as the top agency for staffing and recruiting.
Well, they've got a badass on their side, Cole, because I know you well, and I can attest to Keller Williams. If anything, the training was very beneficial when it comes to recruiting.
Definitely.
And I've been to EXP and I've been at other brokers before Keller Williams and so forth. When it comes to recruiting, it's that's the best training ground in the world to be a recruiter.
Yes.
A recruiter.
Training and that's
to be a high builder, kingdom builder in recruiting world. Absolutely. Cole, thank you for your time, buddy. Hey, guys, Cole Riley. If you want to get a hold of him, search him on Facebook. You'll find him. He's a dog lover. It's probably his best friend. I love you. Yeah, I love your videos. And hey, Cole, I love you, man. You're an epic human being. Thank you for your time, buddy.
Thanks, Kevin. Cheers. It's a pleasure.
Cheers, buddy.